by wind and rain, forming these structures that look like beehives.
It is approximately 2:30 in the morning, so that means my sleep schedule is pretty much, it's Saturday morning, which means I'll be going to work today and tomorrow. And so, you know, these ladies can't really be left alone anymore, because when labor happens, it happens fast, and I need to make sure someone's home with them, because if complications arise, I want them to be able to get rushed to the hospital right away. So I've been up making preparations for my girls. So I guess we'll start here. The apartment's a mess because, I mean, I've just been so busy and overwhelmed with trying to get everything together for them. But here is the box of goodies that my piggy sitters will be using. Their girls' pellets are in here, as is the alfalfa hay. I'm getting more Timothy hay tomorrow, but I mean, honestly, like, they're both juvenile and also pregnant, so they're gonna get by just fine on one day of alfalfa hay. I also have 3 sizes of towels, 2 large ones in here. I have the extra SD card in here because I'm gonna leave this camera and this tripod that I'm using right now, because I want the birth film not only for footage for my sake, but also in case anything goes wrong. I want as many diagnostic tools as possible for the vet. I have here some paper towels just in case of mess or cleanup. If people are squeamish, there is a bunch of gloves here, and then also I have an iPhone charger and an external battery here, just so people can keep their phones charged, because that's important if they have to call me for any reason or call the vet. I don't want phones dying when they're most needed. There is a bottle of isopropyl alcohol and a container of cotton pads to sterilize anything, particularly these scissors, in case any umbilical cords need to be cut. Although obviously we're hoping that mamas will do that by themselves. And then under here is their carrier, which I've already prepped and is ready to go with bedding inside of it, and a little bit of alfalfa hay, just in case they do need to be rushed to the vet. I drafted up this comprehensive 4-page guide of things to look out for, things to do, how to find things in the apartment or anything that they might need. I'll probably include a link to this, so yeah, if anyone in the great beyond decides they also are in this situation and could use some guidance. I mean, I just sort of wrote this up using resources that I'd consulted, and also, you know, vet's advice and everything. And then lastly, I just constructed out of some cardboard boxes these 2 nesting boxes. We've just converted everything into a maternity ward at this point. It's cut out on the side so they can hop in and out easily. Hi, Dillian. Hello. And there's a little bit of alfalfa hay and pellets just scattered on top of clean white bedding. I specifically picked white because I want to be able to see any sort of, the color of any sort of discolorations and whatnot, so I wasn't using their normal natural color bedding. I left this on and taped over it so that they have a bit of security, like a bit of an overhang for a hide. And there are 2 of them because I have 2 pregnant guinea pigs. Dear God. They seem to just be ignoring them for now. I'm going to leave them in here so they're used to it. And used to them by the time that they are with pups or in labor. Most of the resources I've consulted seem to believe that there's no reason to separate the ladies from each other if they're getting along okay. Although you have to be really careful after the birth in case the other ladies decide to get antagonistic with the pups, or if mom herself is uncomfortable and starts antagonizing the other ladies. But also I'm anticipating, because these guys are first-time moms, they might be a little bit hesitant or confused or scared, and so I know nesting boxes can provide support in those cases. I have a lot of leftover cardboard here that can be used as doors for the opening on the side in case they do need to just be sort of like sequestered with their pups while they get adjusted to the shock that is motherhood. So right now they seem to be just ignoring them. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna leave them in here overnight. There's plenty of food in there, so you know it should be appealing enough. Hey, hi baby girl. You want to check out this nesting box I built you? Yeah, get in there. She's like, nah. Hey, you can climb in there. Yeah, you can. You thinking about it? Maybe? No, we still like our usual stuff better. That's okay. This is really just, I definitely want them to be placed in the nesting box after labor is over, just to give them some privacy and some time to bond. But hopefully we won't need it before then, in terms of separating if they get too aggressive. But I am prepared for that eventuality. They're staying in the playpen for now, but the enclosure's still there in case, you know, Gwen needs to be put over there or something like that. Since last night, I've been waking up every 2 hours to check on them. I know most guinea pig labors happen during the day. Guys, you don't have to fight over the one water bottle. There are in fact 2 water bottles for this explicit purpose. There is the odd labor that happens in the evening, and if I'm asleep, you know, 2 hours is enough time for something to go very, very wrong. And obviously my hospital, being lovely and wonderful, does have a nurse tech on staff all night, and a doctor on call. So, you know, if need be, at like 3 a.m. something happens, I can rush them to the hospital. Yeah, this is just crazy. It's crazy. There's a lot of work, and it's all very new, but also, you know, you kind of start trying to make sure you've thought through every potential outcome so that you are best prepared for everything. The number of the animal hospital is like really prominently displayed on my little piggy sitter's guide. Hopefully this means, you know, we don't actually have to use any of it, and it's all just me being paranoid. That would be the best possible scenario. The person who's doing most of the watching is going to be Leslie, who was there when I picked the girls up from Natalia in Brooklyn. She is clutch as heck. She's not necessarily like me in the animal field. Heck, she's a data scientist. So, but she's been there for this whole journey of adopting them, finding out they're pregnant, and starting to prepare for it. So I have a lot of faith in her. Obviously, like, they can call me whenever, they should call me if stuff starts happening, any of the caretakers that I have lined up. But so tomorrow, Leslie's gonna get here at around 11. After I leave at 9 for work, maybe 9:30, and she'll stay here until like 5:30 when I come back. God bless her. She might bring some friends over. That's fine, as long as it's, you know, peaceful enough and there are extra hands to help in case the two of them decide they want to go into labor together, which, you know, with all the hormones and the smells, it might just stimulate the second one to go into labor if the first one goes. So Thea Leslie is dope. If you're wondering, the reason why I have to do all this is because of all the weekends Mom could have made plans to be out of town. She did this weekend. Obviously that's like not her fault. She had these plans like a week or two ago, and we just found out that the girls are pregnant, and there's no way she could just cancel them last minute. So as a result, I'm like sort of like doing all these insane contortions, and I'm so grateful because Leslie has been so unbelievably helpful in volunteering herself for duty. Claire, my dear environmental bio major fellow friend, is going to be stopping by on Sunday evening to look after them for just 3 hours, and then of course Monday through Friday, if they still haven't popped by then, I'll just be home like literally all day doing nothing, because Jesus. If they haven't popped by Thursday, I have tickets to something with Leslie that night, and Mom also teaches on Thursday nights. So if by Thursday we're still on pregnancy watch, then I have to arrange for yet another person to come look after them, but we're gonna cross that bridge when we get there. I really kind of am keeping my fingers crossed for a weekday delivery sometime next week. Of course, now that I've said that, it's not gonna happen because nature is... I got Peyton into one of the nesting boxes, and she seems to have found out that it's not bad and there's food in there. So hopefully this gets them habituated to them before I have to use them. I'm gonna see if I can't get Dylan into that one. Well, I got Dylan in there for like 2 seconds and she didn't hate it, but I think she's still definitely comfier in this area, which seems to be her domain. This little corner litter box with the grass hat fitted over it. I would be stunned if she doesn't end up giving birth in this. I really think that's her favorite spot. But Peyton has seemed to have taken a liking to the nesting box, so that's good. So yeah, these are the preparations. And we're fully underway here on labor delivery watch. It could be days, could be weeks, could be hours, who knows. LMAO bonus footage because it's time to feed Dimple again today. Curled up in a large bromeliad where she can just stay there for 2 seconds while I get the crickets ready. Aww. Say hi, Dimps. Say hi. Hello. It is I, a small froggo. How you doing, baby girl? You look good. I see you're shedding. Let's put you on the floor. Let go. Yes, good girl.